3rd and 2.
76.
Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm just checking my phone.
Out of the gun.
Oh, yeah.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. From 4 yards out. And the Rams add on to their lead. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they made themselves. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
That's what you're going to do. You're going to dump it off to the running back in this situation.
Just a 3-yard gain there. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan, now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. Ryan, you got the big lead defensively.
Oh!
Give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle.
David Long has not let Julio push him around, that's for sure.
Inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead
They're
and
going to punt?
the game out that way. This defense is continuing.
Why not
to
go for it? It's
contest
4th and
every
inches.
deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the
We're okay
line.
with that. We won. Looks like we're going to the Super Bowl.
And what a ride it has been. NFC champs, they have punched their ticket to the biggest show in sports.
And what a way to get there, to go the entire season and then play for the right to go to the Super Bowl and the right to call themselves NFC champs. Elation has to abound.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and
only
our
had 6
entire
rushing
crew
yards.
will talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.
And yet they scored 21 points, one of them off a kickoff return and one of them off a pick 6. All right. Let's get ready to play Cleveland. The Browns, Rams Super Bowl. Should be interesting. Okay, thank you, Taylor Bennett, for sending the same text you have last year and the year before. All right, let's see if we can upgrade anybody else. Oh, hell yeah. Let's go ahead and upgrade Brandon Cooks. What does he need? What does he need improvement on? I mean, he's pretty much stacked across the board, isn't he? He could use a better release. I didn't even get one out of that. Oh, he's an X Factor now. What? Oh, he is an X Factor now. Holy shit. Aggressive receivers overpower defenders and attack the football. When they enter the zone, this ability increases their success rate on aggressive catches against single coverage. Nice, 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 nice. That is awesome. That is awesome. Dude is an X Factor now. I'm hyped. All right, let's do our scouting. And I'm going to want to write down, because we had a fiasco last year in the draft, so I'm going to write down all the players that I like, just in case their ranking gets messed up after the fact. Von Wilbur. Okay, we got him. Who else do we really like? Max Ash, right? He's a left tackle. Von Wilbur is a D tackle. Nate Peoples could be good. I'm writing all these down. We do need a man-to-man guy. Tremaine Thompson. Terrence Ryan's, I don't know. His awareness is good, but his man coverage is poor. Christopher Snell. He is a right guard. We like him. Quentin Ambrose. Looks solid. He's 21 years old and he's 6'2". That's really good. Let's definitely make a note of him. Middle linebacker, Kendall Rayford. It's okay. It's okay. Definitely not going to put him in the discussion. Oh, this dude, Stanley Mullen, looks really good. But I don't know if I need a wide receiver. Let's write him down just in case. Because I'm writing all these down because last time I had a whole list of people, and then when it was my turn to pick, I couldn't find them. Even if they were like later round picks. Run block, power, run block, finesse. He probably can't pass block to save his life. This guy. No. No. Possibly this Aaron Eugene. Who's a middle linebacker. Possibly. He's 21 years old. I always go for the really young people because they develop a lot faster. Zone. I don't really like zone people. Left tackle with power. Possibly. Another left tackle with power. He has good pass block. Jawan Taylor. He is a left tackle. 21 years old. That's what we like. This Rashad Cummins could be something. Let's write him down just in case. We do need to upgrade at center for sure. Austin Whiteman. Deion Beckett. Could be good. Damon Hill. Apparently he's a 5th rounder with 1st round talent. And he's agile, which fits into our scheme. Let's break him down. Fifth rounder. Oh, dang. We might have to draft this boy and put him at tight end. Let's write down Stuart Wilkinson. Sometimes what I'll do is if it's a big receiver like that, 6'6", I'll convert him to a tight end. That could be interesting. Okay. So let's go ahead and advance to the Super Bowl now. We are playing the 9-7 Browns in the Super Bowl. Oh, it should be an even matchup. We're both 83. Let's do it. I have a feeling we're going to be coming up with another Super Bowl.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Rams. With that, it's time for Super Bowl 55, as we'll get you over to Tampa. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Make it a good one, gents.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, along with the man who has had to stick with me all season long, Charles Davis. And Charles, the anticipation, the hype, the media coverage, all in the rearview mirror now. We can finally get down to playing some football.
Yeah, don't worry about that, partner. I'll ride or die with you anytime. You know that. But here's the best thing about this. Everyone talks about trying to keep things normal as they approach for Super Bowl. There is no such thing as normal. The pageantry, the hype, all of that is more intense than anyone could ever imagine. What you're trying to do is embrace it in one way and make sure it doesn't totally knock you off your game. That's why the night before the big one, teams often switch hotels, try and give those guys that last chance to breathe a little bit before they go out and play.
All right, here we go.
After all the talk, it's time for football, and here we go. Super Bowl 55 is underway. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
While in college, quarterback teams that improved their win total from 1 his freshman year to 5 his sophomore year to 8 his junior year. Love that type
All right, here we go. Super Bowl time.
Diligence.
Start out with a nice little run off the gut.
10 now from the 33.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And
yeah,
down,
buddy.
But not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the
They blitzed too. We still got that.
They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Oh, yeah.
Past midfield, just a yard
Henderson and Gurley, lethal.
13-yard
Straight up lethal.
Just like last play.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Here's Goff. Throw left side to Reynolds. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive.
Our O-line is very white, and our receivers are very black.
At all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone.
Oh, no.
Nowhere to go here. He lost
There
the
he's gone.
football. And this is picked up by the Browns. The 30. 10. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. And on the grandest of stages, with the whole world watching the Super Bowl, they come out and get the first points.
I don't know how you feel about Brandon, but for me, watching the beginning of the Super Bowl, I've often wondered how come...
Goodness. We are starting off this Super Bowl poorly, for sure.
180. Check 53. Rebound.
Here's Gurley. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Off play action. Here's Goff. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do. It's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen, but everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas.
Yeah, buddy.
And make the tackle.
I'm telling you.
And he's able to get
Henderson
this
and
one
Gurley.
down to the 40-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Two holding penalties.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in the game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I'm going to hit you.
And now the starting defense for the Browns.
Olivier Vernon is a defensive end that combines terrific run-stopping ability with a quick first step to the passer.
Mike. 180. Mike. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
They run. It's Gurley.
Gone. He gone.
Todd Gurley. Wave goodbye. Touchdown, LA.
Nice try, Browns.
Todd Gurley. 48 yards. And the Rams have tied the game with a
Nice try.
to come. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types
We're going to go for 2 so we can get the lead.
They're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
76. 76.
From the gun, here's Goff. And this is going to be hauled in. So they get the 2-point conversion. And now they have an 8-6 lead. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, the Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield.
All right, here we go, Browns offense. See what you can do.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. At
Oh, Abukam's a star now?
line. From the gun, Mayfield.
Oh.
The tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Aaron Donald, snap 1, said, not in my house.
So here's the starting 11, and the human highlight reel, Odell Beckham Jr., watch out for him.
One of the few guys in the league that gets you and I out of our hotel rooms early to get here for pregame warm-ups and watch him go through his routine. He's absolutely amazing catching the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, Mayfield. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch.
2-yard pass by Jarvis Landry. Seems about right.
The starters on defense here for Los Angeles.
I got a kick out of talking last year with Aaron Donald about how when he came out of college, many NFL teams thought he might be undersized to play defensive tackle. Instead, he's been a perennial all-pro, Pro Bowl player since day one, and offenses are still searching for ways to block him and keep him from disrupting their offense.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Now he'll dump it underneath.
3 and out.
Back, complete. 5 yards.
3 and out, Browns.
And that'll bring up 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense.
I wouldn't be surprised if that 6 points is the last they score this whole game.
The down and distance.
Would not surprise
and
me.
Sure that they didn't get anywhere near that. Bring up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're open, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result.
3 holding calls for me.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
I'm just going to keep running the goddamn ball. I don't care.
Block. It'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And he'll get this back to the 32.
I shouldn't have tried to fit that in there. That was stupid.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Mayfield to throw it. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit it. There's the penalty.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 8-6 the score.
I'm ahead,
After
but
one.
played very
Back with
poorly
Charles
so far.
Davis, I'm Brandon Gauton. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepped. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And once again, the Browns are back in front.
Cut! 180! Hey, 76! 76! 76! 2 for 1! 2 for 1!
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Oh, a solid stiff arm and some open field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Now a man open down the middle of the field. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down.
My next teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going.
Dang.
Be taken down. Back around the
I knew they were blitzing. I just didn't know where from, the corner.
You never want to give up a
Dang.
sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Now gone. The ball popped in the air and intercepted.
Are you going to...
Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And he returns it here